right, gang. Hope everybody's doing awesome. It's Scott Beebe right here in the Business on Purpose platform. We are in BOP headquarters actually today. Kind of a rare Monday in this office. Typically we're using this space to coach our heroic business owners. But today we come live from Bluffton, South Carolina with you. Hey, yesterday, Michael Beaumont, who's actually our pastor at Live Oak Christian Church, was doing a masterful job of teaching about the priority and the necessity of vision. And quite frankly, I was in my happy place. There were friends who I could hear in our small church meeting space. They were kind of snickering and chuckling as Michael talked about vision, as if they were saying, Scott's got to be lapping this stuff up. And they're right. I was. There's no doubt about it. Michael then shared this story about a marksman named Matthew Emmons. And I had shockingly never heard this story before because I thought, my goodness, this is like right up my alley. And this is Matthew Emmons. And it made me think, as soon as I hear this story, it made me think of you, the heroic small business owner. See, Emmons is a university-trained finance and management major, but he moonlights as the world's premier rifle marksman, and he's won multiple Olympic medals. Emmons was competing in Athens, Greece during the 2004 Olympics and was on his way to winning gold medal in 2004. It was the first it was time for his what they call the three positions competition. And this is where, according to the Washington Post, competitors or athletes would fire a .22 caliber small bore rifle from these three positions: prone position, the standing position, and the kneeling position, at targets of 50 meters downrange. 50-meter targets downrange. And the bullseye is 10.4 millimeters in diameter. It's smaller than a dime. That's what the Washington Post said. And so it was time for his final shot, and he drilled it. A bullseye. The official score was posted, and Emmons immediately was confused because the official score read 0. 0. What happened? It was a bullseye. Well, what ended up happening was they found out that Emmons was aiming for the target just next to the target he was supposed to be shooting at. And so he was aiming at the wrong target. And because of it, he wasn't able to earn the gold medal. He was aiming at the wrong target. And sometimes we have a vision, but we're aiming at the wrong thing. In fact, the reporter from Independent later reported that Emmons admitted this: I didn't look at the number before I laid my target on the last shot. I didn't look at the number above the target before I made the last shot. He said, I always look through the scope at the number first and then drop down to the target. I was just working on calming myself down and getting a good shot off. I should have looked. Over the past month, I've had multiple conversations with people who want to start their own business. And what I've done is I've asked them one question: do you have anything written down? I asked this question to everybody. Hey, Scott, I'm interested in starting a business. Awesome. I will be your biggest cheerleader. Do you have anything written down? And typically the answer is no. It's typically no. Here are three realities to know when we choose not to take a look at the right target. When we're aiming, or we think we're aiming and we're looking the wrong way, or in some cases, we're just not aiming at all. So here's the three realities I want to lay out there. First, if you do not have a vision, you will feel chaotic. If you do not have a vision, you will feel chaotic. Don't be surprised by that feeling of restlessness, confusion, frustration, and detachments, like things seem out of control. That's the natural result of a lack of vision. Things are going to seem out of control. The question now becomes, do you wish to continue living in this uncertainty of chaos? For some people, believe it or not, they do. They go looking for chaos. And if that's you, in the kindest way I can say, then please be a solopreneur and do not bring others into your chaos. It's a really cruel thing to do when we do that. It's cruel, and we've seen it lead to damaged relationship. If you wish to not spend your time in chaos, then what I want you to do is I want you to move to the second reality of what we're talking about. And that second reality is, if you do not write your vision down, then you do not have a vision. There is a clear historical precedent in understanding vision and seeing how vision gets distributed. There's a great Jewish story. It gives us insight into the priority of writing a vision down. It's a Jewish prophet. His name's Habakkuk. You can look this up into the Jewish literature or into the Old Testament of the Bible. And it's a tense conversation that's going on between God and this Jewish prophet, and they're back and they're forth. And then finally, in Habakkuk 2, here's the statement that comes out. Write the vision down so that those who read it may run. Write the vision down so that those who read it may run. I want you to think of all the visions, all the ideologies, all the convictions, the instructions, and the master plans in history that have been written down. You cannot imagine walking into the Pentagon to a high-level meeting among 4-star generals with battle plans in your head. Imagine walking into that that room full of 4-star generals, and you say, "Hey, greetings, generals. I had an idea," and you had nothing written down. You had nothing researched. Global religions do not lean on the oral traditions alone. They all have a book. I heard it said, if you do not write it down, it does not exist. The reason that we don't rush to write things down a lot of times, honestly, is because it's hard. It takes time. We have to make time for that. There's a second reason, and I think it's mainly because it feels so elementary. It just feels so kindergarten. And we've got to get over that. Hard things breed endurance and thoughtfulness. Elementary things usually remind us that life is a series of living out fundamentals. Brushing your teeth, practicing hygiene, maintenance on the tires on your vehicle. Those are elementary, fundamental things. And sometimes we don't do them because they just feel so beneath us. So do the hard and elementary discipline of writing down your vision, either with a pen or on a real piece of paper or on a digital document that you're going to review on a regular basis. There's a final reality that I want to share, and I think it's really important. That is that if you do not have a written vision, then don't expect anyone else to run with you. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to be very honest. If you do not have a written vision, then no one else is going to run with you, and you're going to be alone. Periodic isolation can be restorative. It can be valuable. But continual isolation is predictably damaging. In fact, it's damaging in such a sense that in some societies it's actually punitive when they put people all by themselves. What may be worse than restorative isolation, that's actually not bad, it's a good thing, but what may be worse than the continual isolation and that punitive isolation, that damaging isolation, is what I would call perceived companionship. It's where you think you're surrounded by like-minded people and you wake up one day realizing that you're running alone. How does that happen? Well, it happens when we don't communicate and we don't have a written vision. So let me encourage you, let me motivate you, let me persuade you, please write your vision down so you have confidence in that target that you're aiming at. Look at the number, look at the direction. Where are you headed? Write your vision down so that your kids know mom or dad's ambitions when you're not around to share them. Write it down for that. Write your vision down so that you don't live life in a slow drain of just chaos. Write your vision down because we want to run with you, and the only way that we'll be able to run with you is if you write your vision down. So we've put a little resource here for you. If you go to our website, mybusinessonpurpose.com, we've got a button there. It says, get your free vision story right here. I want you to take up courage, and I want you to go to the website. Go to mybusinessonpurpose.com. There's an orange button, and we've got our full vision tutorial along with the template that goes with that vision tutorial. And you can go through that tutorial, you can go through that template, and you can start to write your vision down. We want to help you run. In fact, in some cases, we want to run with you, but we don't know where to run unless you write your vision down. And once you do that, then you can start the process of being liberated from the chaos of working in your business. Hey, as always, thanks for joining us. You can find us at mybusinessonpurpose.com. We've also got, if you go check us out at freedom.mybusinessonpurpose.com, a little subdomain for you there you can check out. And that is our entire coaching platform in one place, freedom.mybusinessonpurpose.com. And then, of course, as always, we've got the Let Your Business Burn book. You can find it on Amazon. We're here to serve you. You can connect with us on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook. We've got tons of resources that we put out just like this to be able to serve and to liberate you from the chaos of working in your business. That's our mission. That's our aim. That's our desire. We want to run with you. So thanks for joining me on our favorite day of the week, Monday. I love it. So for those of you watching live on Facebook Live, obviously you can always check us out here. We take these videos, we put them up on YouTube. We take these articles that we use here, we put them up on LinkedIn and also on our Business on Purpose podcast. So you can subscribe in whatever channel is most convenient for you. And we hope to liberate you from the chaos of working in your business. We'll see you next time right here on the Business on Purpose platform, the podcast, and the YouTube channel. Have a great week, everybody.